everyone, I'm Brian Skinner with Skinner Wealth Strategies. We recently received a question from a listener asking, Brian, my wife and I are about to retire in 5 years. What can we be doing between now and then to make sure all of this is going to work? That's a great question. I'm sure a lot of you watching are probably thinking the same thing. So I thought today we could make a video on how to best prepare for this big life transition you are about to make. With a 5-year timeline, the moves and strategies that you implement today will be incredibly helpful in setting you up for a successful, sustainable retirement, helping you minimize taxes and protect your savings. But you need to start making those moves now. This person, between the two of them, make $320,000 a year before taxes. They each max out their 401k plan and save an additional $40,000 a year into a non-retirement taxable account. That's a great start leading into retirement. When digging a little deeper, we identified their biggest financial risk. It was a heavy concentration in a single company stock. In this instance, it was Palo Alto, the cybersecurity company. It's a great company, it's done really well, but having such intense concentration tied to the fortunes of one particular management company in one industry in one sector can lead to really disappointing results and potential extreme volatility that can totally derail a retirement plan. The best companies exist today aren't necessarily the best companies that will exist 10 years from now. Think of General Electric, think of GE, think of IBM and Intel. Kodak camera doesn't even exist anymore. There's many examples of how intense concentration could totally derail retirements. The solution is to diversify the portfolio while minimizing taxes as much as possible. Is this stock concentration held in a tax-qualified account, in which case you could sell it and no tax is owed? Is it held outside of a tax-qualified account, and there'd be long-term gains taxes payable? If it's held in a taxable account, in this case it was, purchased through an employee stock purchase plan, you want to look at how can you diversify the holdings but not have to recognize taxes. There are strategies available to do that today. As we worked through the plan, a large percentage of this stock holding was in a tax-qualified account. That could be sold with no taxes owed. The rest of the stock, we're looking at how can we reduce this position size over time and eliminate taxes. Through financial planning, we can see that when they retire in this roughly 5-year window, their income right after retirement is going to be very low. Long-term capital gains tax rates are actually 0% if you can keep your income below roughly $94,000. So we're going to intentionally sell blocks of that stock at levels that are going to keep them under that threshold. So instead of paying 15 to 23.8%, they're going to pay 0% long-term capital gains on those sales. The other strategy to consider for these low-income years is Roth conversion. We expect those low-income years to happen right after retirement. Would it make sense to take money from the pre-tax accounts, pay 12% tax rates on it today, to avoid paying 22 or 24% tax on it tomorrow? Usually it does. The problem is each of those two strategies both add to taxable income. We need to pick a lane. In this person's case, it's going to make sense to pay the 0% capital gains rates. That's a significant tax savings, and it also helps them with another problem that they have, which is this heavily concentrated position. We can diversify it and optimize for taxes at the same time. Another question this person had was, what should I do about my contribution strategy? Should I continue making pre-tax contributions, or should I be making Roth contributions? For this particular person, the answer was they should continue to make pre-tax contributions. The reason for that is their tax bracket today is going to be likely higher than their tax bracket tomorrow. And just because we're making pre-tax contributions, we always maintain the flexibility to do a Roth conversion later on in their retirement to get that money into a Roth at a tax rate that we choose to pay at that point in time. At the same time, having an emergency fund matters. Approaching retirement, we want to build up the balance in that safe bucket of money, having money that's able to be withdrawn, that we expect to have low volatility. The point of the investment strategy in this bucket is principal protection and then interest. And we can do both, especially in today's world where interest rates are much higher than they were 5-10 years ago. But as we approach retirement and we start understanding a little bit more about what do we expect to have to take from our savings, we want to identify what is that number, maybe multiply it by 5 for roughly a 5-year period, and then keep that much money in a place that's safer, lower volatility, ready to be accessed and created into an income stream. So to recap, we need to diversify, We need to start implementing tax-smart strategies to help these people keep more of what they earn and set them up for future tax planning flexibility when it comes to actually starting to take money out of their accounts. Then lastly, we want to build up that safe bucket in advance of retirement, knowing full well that once they do retire, money's going to have to start coming out. Retirement planning isn't just about saving, it's about optimizing where you save those dollars. That's going to unlock flexibility and choice when it comes to building your retirement income plan and help you save potentially tens of thousands or more in retirement while also achieving long-term success and peace of mind. Do you want a personalized retirement plan? Then let's talk. If you found this helpful, be sure to like it, subscribe to it, or enroll in one of our upcoming webinars where we dive much deeper into specific topics every month on retirement planning. If you found this content helpful, you found it informative, awesome. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, connect on LinkedIn. I'm going to be putting out more content just like this. If you have other questions that are a little bit deeper that I wasn't able to dive into in this video, or you have questions about how it pertains to you individually, awesome, totally okay. Go to the link on my website. There's a space where you can book some time with us. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. Help you as much as I can. It's complimentary. I'll point you in the right direction. If you have other questions, we can tackle those too. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great day.